evening, Facebook family, YouTube family. Hello, hello, hello. I'll give everybody just a few minutes to pop on. It is Saturday night, and we are on day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope everyone's not just out having a great time. Well, I hope you are having a good time, but I hope there's a few of you who can pop on with me tonight just for a little bit. Tonight's talk is going to be a really interesting one. They all have been for sure. And when you join, just drop me a note. Sometimes YouTube and Facebook don't tell me that you're here. I do see you, Ty. Hi, Ty. Thanks for joining. Just let me know that you're in the room so I know who's here so we can get started. Hope you've had a great Saturday so far. How many of y'all got out there in those streets with all your cousins and your friends? Whoo, those streets was vicious today, weren't they? It was a beast just to get around the corner. I was thinking to myself, golly, did everybody decide to get out today? I guess so. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and everybody's excited to get everything, all that last minute shopping done. So Ty said, nope, didn't go. I don't blame you, Ty. You were probably in the best place you could have been, somewhere far, far away from all of that hustle and bustle that was going on in those streets today, because it was absolutely vicious. It was. So I'll just give everyone else a few minutes to join us as well. I know it's a Saturday night and perhaps we're out doing a whole lot of fun stuff. I know the holiday season brings about a lot of fun things, but there's times when it's not always fun. We talked about that the last couple of nights, that sometimes we have some major and heavy stuff that we're dealing with at this time. So I'm definitely aware of that as well. So I'm hopeful that um, uh, folks are managing those things well. I'm also hopeful that the 10 days we've done or the 9 days we've done so far has helped you in some kind of way. It's always my objective to be helpful and to assist you along your way and on your journey. That is my 100% of what I want to do. That's my goal. So let's see. I'll give everybody another minute or so to pop on and see where everyone, how everyone is doing. And see, it's 9:04, so we'll give everybody another minute or so. But I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I am Dr. Shana. I'm here to help you shift from where you are to where you are destined to be. I inspire change, but I teach transformation. I am here with your 12 days of Christmas. We are on day 10. I can't believe it. Now, for those of you who may not know me very well, I am a motivational speaker, a licensed professional counselor, a transformation leader, an advocate, a servant, a trainer. And all of that means I am a servant. I am here to help you create the life you can feel amazingly excited about one day at a time. These transformations, the talks we've had for the last 9 days, that's the entire point, is to help you create small movements in your life that will move you in the direction of the space you have always wanted to be. I often say, why just keep the life you have when you can create the life you want? And it's not just a line, it is the truth. And I absolutely believe it. It is 100% the truth. So tonight's day 10's thought is really interesting. But just as a recap, because I told you I'm a good professor, so I do check in with my students. Yesterday, day 9 was it's non-negotiable. That was what our talk was about last night. So I gave you a homework assignment for those of you who were with me last night. Your homework assignment was to write down 3 areas of your life that need to be non-negotiable. Maybe they weren't and they needed to be. Did you do your homework? Now, you don't have to tell us what those non-negotiables ended up being, but I just want to know that you did your homework. I would not be a good professor if I did not ask that question and check homework at the top of class. So if you did your homework and you created your list of non-negotiables, very good. I did my homework. Very, very good. So Ty, you get the A for tonight for having done your homework. That is the absolute is if we do the work. I say that often, do the work, do the work, do the work. You have to do the work or nothing happens in your life. So tonight's talk. So I'm so glad you did your homework. And if anyone else joins us, I see there may be one or two more of you here. If you were with us last night, that you did your homework as well. So tonight's talk is all about to tell the truth. To tell the truth. Now, we've all seen, or maybe we've been in court, or you've seen court on TV, and you hear them say, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. And you have to say that. You have to make that statement before you can speak before the judge, because the truth is majorly important. So here's the thing. Now, the truth is not only important in court, but it is also essential to transforming your life in a way that moves you in a space that you've always wanted to be in. And let me tell you why. So now transformation itself, let me kind of back up. Transformation itself means that I move from whatever space I'm currently in to another space. I am converted to another space, never to return to the previous space where I was. So whatever was happening, whatever I was doing, I'm no longer doing those things anymore because I am transformed. So if we are not transformed, then we can revert back to old ways of being, old habits and old behaviors. But only through a true transformation are you moving from one state to another, never to return to the previous state. The only way we can move that needle in our lives, family, is if we are telling the truth. The truth. Now let's see, what does that look like in our lives? Now, the problem with us, and this is what I'm saying us, I'm talking about people in general. The problem we have is that we often aren't honest with ourselves. We often aren't honest with ourselves. You see, many times we will tell ourselves lies that get us to sleep at night. Hello. We will tell ourselves lies that get us to. Now, here's the problem though. If I am not totally honest with myself about my problem areas, the areas in my life where I need a shift, that I need to move, that I need to grow, I need to create change, and I need to transform, I cannot make moves in a way that's going to create a complete transformation. See, my ability to be honest is the only entry point to my transformation. So I have got to be honest. The lies that we tell ourselves hold us captive because they don't make us move. So here, if I tell myself, let's say this is the lie I tell myself, you know what, that cookie not gonna hurt me. Those cakes won't hurt me for Christmas. I'm diabetic, but it's gonna be totally okay. I can eat all that cake and I'll just go get my insulin. I'll be okay. I can tell myself that lie if I want to, but here's the reality of what'll happen. The truth of the matter is you're gonna be sick as a dog, laying on the ground, needing some 911 help, emergency, because you lied to yourself and told you something was okay when it really wasn't. Now, here's the thing. The reason why, if I'm in the lie, I can just keep doing what I'm doing, because a lie doesn't mean I have to make a move or make a change at all. If I tell the truth and say, you know what, I can't do that. That's not good for me. I can't eat that cookie. I can't eat that cake. All that is terrible for me. Then it will cause you to do something different. Here's another lie. I am happy in my life and everything is just fine. Now, we could tell ourselves that, but are we really happy? Or is the truth for what we got? Now, I said earlier, we could sit in the life we have or to create the one we want, but I can tell myself the one I got is all right because it's what I have. When reality is there's parts of me that are really miserable and upset, but I've convinced myself that it's okay because it's what I got. Where the truth of the matter is, you are settling for less than what you are worth, what you are capable of doing. You are not using your full capacity. You follow me? We can tell ourselves these lies that keep us from moving forward. So here's another one we might tell ourselves. Some of these really hurt, family. Is okay. It's all right. I've been in it so long. It must be okay. Now this can be romantic, platonic, co-worker. It could be a relationship on any kind of level. any kind of level of relationship. You can convince yourself that it's okay because you've had it for so long. But here's the truth of the matter. Maybe these folks take from you as opposed to adding to you in any kind of way that's positive. The fact that you remain in it doesn't mean that it changes from being unhealthy to healthy. It just means you've been in it for a long time. What I'm encouraging you to consider is, if I'm lying to myself, it causes me to move forward and it makes me not do anything different. It allows me to sit in the same space that I've always dealt with, and it does not cause me to make any type of transformation at all. The truth of the matter is, you are in an unhealthy relationship, whoever this might be, but you've convinced yourself because you've been there so long, it's got to be okay. And this is just how it always is going to be. I mean, I can't get anything different. It's what it's always been. Lie, 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 lie. We lie to ourselves every day on some level. And I always say the lies that get us to sleep at night, they lie on our pillows, y'all, and it helps us to get rest. The fact of the matter is, the lies help you get rest, but they do not help you transform your life. Another one that could be really painful and actually hurt us is, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not valuable. I'm not worth anything. Lie, 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 lie. The truth of the matter is, you are valuable. You are worth it all. You are on a journey and you are on your way. Does it mean you have arrived? Not necessarily. Not at all. Just because you may not be where you want to be doesn't mean you're less valuable because of that. Let's be clear. Because of the space that you are valuable because of the space that you are in does not mean you're valuable. It's a journey. Recognize it for what it is. It is a journey. You are on your way. Do you see the difference in when you tell yourself lies and when you tell yourself the truth? The lie allows you, like I said earlier, to sit inside. The truth is what causes you to move forward. It just does. So, what I'm asking you to do, and I tell y'all all the time, talk back to me, because otherwise I feel like I'm just talking to myself, and then I feel like Dr. Shana feels kind of crazy. So let me know you're here. And if any of this resonates with you, and maybe it's not the lie you told yourself, maybe it's a lie one of your friends, you heard them tell themselves, but just share, what are some of the false things that we say to ourselves that keep us tied up and held in bondage, because there is something that we all do that keeps us held up in bondage and doesn't allow us to move forward in our lives. And I'm curious for you what that might look like, or what you've heard from somebody else, because you don't have to reveal yourself to us at all. But I just want to have the conversation with you about the importance of telling the truth and not sitting in a bunch of lies that we can absolutely do. So, now, here's the other thing. We're right at the end of 2017. Now, this year has been fruitful on many levels, for my life, and I'm hoping for you. You've bear a lot of fruit in 2017. But even if 2017 wasn't your best year yet, even if it wasn't all that you had hoped it to be, it does not mean that you, number one, can't end the year strong and show up in 2018 at the top of it, ready to blaze and put it all on fire. It doesn't mean that at all. Just because of where I started doesn't mean I have to finish the same way if I didn't start the way I wanted to. Just because I'm not where I want to be right now doesn't mean you can't get to that place. So what I'm encouraging you to think about, what are some of the honest things that you have to tell yourself that would allow you to end this year strong and start 2018 on fire? Ty says, I struggle with telling myself I'm not good enough to do something different and move forward because of past failures. Ty, thank you for your transparency. I believe that that is an important thing, and I don't think you're alone in that thought. Many times that's where that thought comes from. I'm not good enough because perhaps I was trying to do something and I didn't quite make it all the way. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, or it didn't add up the way I wanted it to add up. That can happen many times, but that's the lie that we tell ourselves that keeps us held in bondage. The truth of the matter is that I can learn from anything that I experience, whether it is exactly what I wanted to be or not. It's all about my perspective on that thing. You see, Ty, nothing means anything until you give it meaning. I'll repeat that. Nothing means anything until you give it meaning. So just because I didn't make the mark on this, It can mean failure if that's what I call it, or it can mean a teachable moment. It can mean a lesson. It can mean a step back to propel me forward. It can mean whatever I want it to mean. Remember, you get to decide that. Nothing means anything until you give it meaning. So when you decide to see those things that don't quite add up in a different way, then guess what? They no longer get to hold you back. The truth of the matter is, hey, I can learn from that. And this is what I know now that I didn't know before. You understand? I hope that helps you, Ty, and I hope that helps somebody. Hey, Sydney, thanks for joining. Hey, Rodney, I see you've joined us as well, too. I think it's majorly important that you know what you think about something matters more than anything in this world. Absolutely, your perspective is everything. So create meaning that is helpful for you. That's where the lie and the truth comes in. If I create meaning that means it's negative and it means less about me, then that's how I get stuck and I get caught up in bondage about that thing. If I decide to tell the truth of the fact that I'm human and I may not get it right all the time, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. You like that, Ty. Nothing means anything until you give it meaning. All right. Let that be your mantra. Let it be the thing that you tell yourself over and over again. The beauty of that is you get to decide. Y'all, and I will talk about that tomorrow, but the major ability for you to decide anything in your life, that is your trump card. If you get one, that's it. You are the boss. No one else gets to decide that for you. You get to decide. So let's be clear about creating meaning for things that is helpful for us and moves us forward. And it doesn't have to mean anything negative unless we make it mean that ourselves. Now, here's the thing, Ty. Other people may have negative stuff to say, but you know what? Everybody get an opinion. And honestly, I don't care what anybody thinks. I really don't. And the thing for all of us is that we should be less concerned about what other people think and more concerned about what we think and what it means for us than what we worried about it means to them. At the end of the day, you are the one that has to walk a day in your shoes, not anybody else's. So why are we so worried about what other people think in the first place? It doesn't even matter. What they think doesn't affect change in our life anyway, in many ways, when we are the change agent in our own life. Do you understand what I'm saying? We give so much life to stuff that doesn't even matter. That's a whole another 12 days of Christmas I can talk about. But we just give life to too much stuff that other folks believe and think on us. See, we can allow other people to limit us by their belief system, but you don't get to limit me by your short-sighted belief system. I get to decide for myself what it means. Boom. And I'm the one, I'm the boss. You're the boss. You always get to decide. It's completely up to you. So I'm encouraging you to consider no longer allow yourself to live inside of the lies that you tell yourself that get you to sleep at night, but instead be sure that you're telling yourself the truth. So you cannot tell yourself, I'm not good enough because I didn't get something right. You're no longer allowed to tell yourself that, you know what, life is just what it is and I have to accept it because that's what I got. No, those are no longer acceptable lies. Let those be some of your non-negotiables we talked about last night. I would no longer allow myself to tell myself lies about things that do not move me forward in my life and that only keep me held bondage for and not allow me to create a life that I can feel amazing and excited about. I'm just trying to tell y'all, I get excited about this because it's the truth. It's the truth. I see it every day in my office. I see it every day in my own life. It's majorly important that we allow ourselves to live in truth and not to sit with the lies that we can tell ourselves to get us sleep at night. So what I'm encouraging you to consider, here's your homework for tonight. So last night it was the three non-negotiables. Tonight I want you to continue to identify the three lies you have told yourself over 2017 that you are going to decide, no more will I tell myself that lie. No more will I allow myself to believe that to be true and it's not. Instead, here's the truth that I wish to live in and walk in. You get to decide that for yourself. I'm just saying, make today, day 10 of our 12 days of Christmas, the day you decide to stand up and say so. Make things mean something important to you. Make it mean something positive to you. Make it mean something that moves you forward, as opposed to allowing yourself to lie to yourself and keep you in a space that's miserable. I'm telling y'all, the power of the truth is amazing. So free yourself. And here's, I didn't mention this earlier, but when we tell ourselves the truth, when we live in truth, we can absolutely free ourselves. And sometimes not only do we free ourselves, we might free somebody else at the same time. You really just might. Because when you free yourself by telling yourself the truth, you allow yourself room and space to make a move, to do something different than what you were already currently doing. You understand what I mean? Because when you tell yourself the lie that says, you know what, I got to keep the life I got because it's the one I have, it doesn't give you room or space to move to do anything different. But as soon as you allow yourself to say, you know what, this is not, I'm not happy. This is not the life I want for myself. This is not the space I want to be in. These are not the people I want to be spending all this time with. This is not the way I want to feel. This is not the way I want to live. That is your open door that gives you room and space to make changes that are the bedrock of your transformation. I promise you, when you live in truth and you tell yourself the truth, you will set yourself free. Now, that may be a cliche, but it's a true cliche. It is 100% true, because in lies are bondage and truth is freedom. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. It is the only way that you can live your best life yet. And that is to be 100% honest with yourself about all things. Promise me, no longer will I live in lies. No longer will I lie in my bed with lies, with pillows, with the lies I've told myself to get me to sleep at night. But instead, I will live in truth. I will live in truth. Yolanda says, yes, that is what I am struggling with. All right, Yolanda. Well, I'm glad you joined us just in time. You might want to, when I end this, hit replay and go back to the beginning, because this one is really, really deep. It's a really big one. And it's something that we end up doing all the time, and we don't even know we're doing it. But I brought it up tonight because it's just majorly important for us to live truthful lives, to live lives that are true, where we are telling ourselves the absolute truth and not lying to ourselves. When we lie to ourselves, we cannot move forward. It keeps us stuck in a space. It keeps us held bondage in a space. And I promise you, you cannot live your best life when you're not telling yourself the truth. And even, now here's the other thing, y'all, even if the truth hurts, and I think that's part of the reason why we don't always tell the truth, because the truth might hurt. If I have to admit that my life is not amazing and this is not what I want it to be, then you know what, that might hurt a little bit. If I have to admit that I'm not the person I want to be right now today, that might hurt a little bit. It might hurt. But the reality is, only through that truth I'm going to have room and space to move forward to create a transformation. The lie allows me to sit in its side of the negativity way too long. So please, Yolanda, stop, hit replay. You want to hear it from the beginning. You definitely, definitely do. And you know, I told you guys earlier, I am here with you. I am your advocate. I am your transformation leader. I am with you. I am rooting for you always. And so much so, I thought to myself today, I said, well, Dr. Shana, what can you do? How can you assist in a way to help folks? Because we're ending 2017, we're beginning 2018. And I want to be able to help us all blaze into 2018 on fire. I mean, like on fire. Where folks are like, ooh, look at that glow. Yes, that glow is you. I had earlier this winter, I created a course. It's called Today I Decide to Transform My Life. It is a 3-week, well, it's a 4-week mini course. Majorly excited to have it as a course that I created. And it launched right after Thanksgiving, actually. On Black Friday, it launched. And it has been an amazing 4-week course. The first set of folks who completed it, who started it, have just finished it. And I said, let me re-offer that course, and let me re-offer it in such a way that it is going to be an amazing blessing to some folks' lives. So I'm offering that course. Today I Decide to Transform My Life. It regularly by yourself at $69, but I am giving it away just to you for $20 investment for a 4-week course that is full of wonderful information that will help you create a transformation in your 2017 and blaze in 2018. And now, not only that, and I said, Dr. Shana, you got to just make it even sweeter. What else can you give? So I said, you know what? I'll give that course. But I also want to be connected to you in the New Year's, because January is that period of time when many folks are looking for New Year's resolutions. Well, I don't believe in resolutions, y'all. I only believe in creating goals and systems of change to transform your life. So that's what I'm talking about in January. I'm talking about a new you, what transformed you, not a, you heard that, a new you, new year, new year, new year, new you. I'm saying a new year, a transformed you. And in January, that's what I want to help everybody do. So I'm doing that by creating a master class. Well, it'll be a live event where we'll be together for 2 different nights in January, beginning and the end of the month, just to make sure you were on track and make sure you start your year off strong. I am so committed to your success. I'm majorly committed to your success. So for $10 more, not only will you get the Today I Decided to Transform My Life, the mini course, but just for $10 more of an investment, you get the master course for January as well. So for $30 investment, you get a 4-week mini course, you get 2 live master classes with me in the month of January. And to top all of that off, I said, how else can I add value and to help my folks to really just transform lives? I'm giving you a digital version of the Get Your Life, the 90-day journal. This is my signature journal that I launched last year, at the beginning of last year, to help folks create goals for themselves and walk them out in 90-day increments. I'm giving all of that away, y'all, just because I am majorly excited and entrenched in your process, because I want you to win big. I want you to win majorly big. And so if you come back to my page, I'm going to have, you can drop me a note and tell me, like Shana, I'm interested in it. Inbox me if you're on Facebook. I will post it on my page as well. You can visit me online at my website at drshanadlewis.com and send me a note, and I will have all of that information for you, way for you to get access to that course, way to get access to that masterclass and get access to the Get Your Life, the 90-day journal, the digital version of that, because I want you to win majorly. And this is something that I want to offer to you right now, right today. It's going to be good until the first of the year, because the class will begin the very first of the year, and I want you to be a part of it. And the master class will be the first of the year. And the Today I Decide mini course will be available to you right away, actually, because it's ready, set, go. And it's 4 weeks, which will take you through the month of January. I am majorly dedicated to your success, and I want you to win. So inbox me if you're on Facebook, if you're interested. I will also post it to my Facebook page. I will add a link to it on YouTube as well. I'll come back and add that as well. Or go to drshanadlewis.com in about 30 minutes, and it'll all be there for you, because these are things I'm just deciding right now to provide for you. Just now, all of these things that I'm deciding to provide to you, just because I am majorly rooting for you in the new year. So I am hopeful that these 10 days of the 12 days of Christmas has helped you thus far. And I can't wait. We got 2 more days before Christmas, and who knows, I may throw some more gifts in there under the tree just before we get to the end of the year. I am so excited for you that 2018 is on its way, because you will have the best year yet, because you decided to do so. And I am looking forward to being on the journey with you. All right, family. You got your homework assignments. You got some gifts. I gave away some gifts tonight, and we got 2 more days left. So hang in with me. I'll see you tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and I will see you Christmas night too. Got some more wonderful messages to share with you, some things to put on your heart. I hope this has been helpful to you. Keep remember, your next transformation is only one decision away. Make it a great one, family. Make it a great one. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, 9 o'clock. Y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye.